Hi everyone, Sailor Mercury, Amy here, and today I'm going to make a video saying, is WWE as bad as people make it out to be? The reason that I am making this video is because there are a lot of people in the wrestling community on YouTube who hate the WWE now. Wow. Or they complain. They talk about how that there's no more blood and that the wrestlers now do the same move set and there's no story and there are no good storylines. First off, most of it's based on the opinion. Okay? Most of it's based on the opinion, of course, about having no good storylines or having the same move set. It's probably based on the opinion. Alright. It's probably based on the opinion. There isn't really any fact to back up if the storylines or the booking isn't as good anymore, because that's probably based on the opinion. And as far as the moveset goes, they claim that all the wrestlers do the same moveset now. Well, I don't really sit down and pay attention to the moveset when I'm watching it. I'm just, paying attention to the match and enjoying it. I'm not sitting there and analyzing it, A lot of these people also think that Monday Night Raw shouldn't be it's claiming that saying it shouldn't be 3 hours. Well, that's the opinion, of course. But Monday Night Raw being 3 hours isn't a big deal, at least not to me, I actually like the fact that it's 3 hours. That's just me, of course. But does that make Monday Night Raw bad because it's 3 hours? According to some people, according to some opinions out there, the show is better at 1 or 2 hours. Now, that's based on the opinion, of course. There isn't really no proof or evidence, to back up to say, hey, the show was good at 1 or 2 hours. Next thing people complain about is they say, oh, there's no more blood. Well, I bunked my head off of, the car's trunk accidentally hit me in the back of the head. Now, was I supposed to bleed? According to you, you say if somebody gets into a fight, they always bleed. Well, no, the car trunk bumped me on the head by accident, on Saturday. You people say, then according to your logic, I would have to bleed. That's the only way that would be realistic. You don't have to bleed to put on a good match. I know that there's a lot of people in the past, from the early days of wrestling until now, who will tell you that all great wrestling matches had blade jobs, and that's what made them great. Well, I know these wrestling fans complain about the lack of blood, but think of all the illnesses and diseases that are transferred by blood. AIDS, HIV, that turns into AIDS, hepatitis, and all of its strains. So, no, it isn't safe for the wrestlers to go around and blade job themselves, even though some of you people might think it's realism for somebody to get to bust open in every match. Now, I know you people will say, oh, but having a car trunk land on your head is different. That's not a fight. Well, there are people who fight, and you don't have to bleed to put on a good match. Just because someone bleeds doesn't mean the match is good. And do you really need blood? I mean, seriously, is it really something that you people do? Because I'll give you examples. There were matches where the wrestlers got cut, you know, and you people still didn't like them. Okay? So, just because a wrestler bleeds in a match doesn't mean it's realistic, you know. Because I think it's unrealistic, because I've gotten into many fights too. I'd crash into doors by accident, you know. I had the car door land on me by accident many times. And because I didn't bleed, I guess it's not realistic, okay? It's an opinion, of course. Apparently wrestling is not meant to be watched, is not meant to be targeted to the family. That's their opinion, you know. You're going to get these people in the wrestling business, and you're going to get fans who think that wrestling should not be targeted to the family. Well, let's go back to the beginning years of wrestling. Yeah, in the beginning years of wrestling, families did go to watch wrestling. I kid you not. I know this will come of a shock that families did watch wrestling during the early years. Yeah, families did go to the carnivals to watch the professional carnival wrestlers put on matches. Okay? People did go to arenas to watch either AWA matches, USWA, WCCW matches, the NWA matches for their multiple territories, and whatever. And even the WWF matches. So, targeting to the family is not a bad thing. You target, because, okay, a family consists of 2 adults, right? And children. So, by theory, we're still targeting adults and children. People apparently don't like the idea, that think that WWE should compete with mixed martial arts. They say that, oh, WWE, you need to compete with UFC, blah, blah, blah. There's an opinion out there that some people say that WWE just let UFC win. Well, if that is the case, first off, wrestling and mixed martial arts are 2 separate types of sports. By theory, wrestling is a martial art, okay? But professional wrestling and mixed martial arts are 2 different separate things. So WWE promotes professional wrestling and UFC promotes professional mixed martial arts. 2 separate things. So, but your people are saying that WWE let UFC win. That UFC wouldn't have gotten as popular if it wasn't for WWE doing what they did. No. I think UFC was already popular, and WWE should not have to be afraid of UFC, not in that sense of the word. So you people think that WWE let UFC win. That's their opinion. There's no proof or evidence. I don't really recall UFC saying, hey, it was WWE that let us win. It was us, let us became popular. I think UFC became popular on their own. Another argument is that some of you people say WWE's not allowed to have their own television network. First off, the National Football League does, the National Hockey League does, Major League Baseball has one, National Basketball Association has one, so, and even NASCAR has a television network. So WWE's not allowed to have a television network because the multiple sports leagues or sport promotions have one, right?